Banana, shimanana, I want a banana.
Banana, also a banana.
I don't like banana empanadas.
I don't, but banana empanadas?
Yeah. Is that a thing?
I don't think so. It shouldn't be a thing. CLD, what up?
What is that?
Woo! Man, we just don't learn our lesson. Or at least I don't. I can't put this on you.
Ain't nothing to put on anybody, man. I got nothing better to do at night anyway.
This is the whole thing that led to the week off.
We're
just going right back down that road.
Next week's podcast, we're not doing it.
Man.
I'm tossing it on Instagram as well.
The old IG, where you can find me, like Spike Lee, sideline at the Knicks. Listen, it all made sense.
Sure.
Shout out to
rolled right off the tongue.
Boobs.
We the boobs.
Turn your calculator upside down. You understand that? You're cool.
What is it?
58008.
What?
What?
Yeah, but what is the number? You know what I'm saying? Like it's 50. Is it 5,800? No, it's 58,005. Or no, 58,008.
Mine was way easier to understand.
I know, but like you could say that and like it's like the secret way of knowing. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know
like,
if it's a secret. I mean, everybody born after a certain year should know about that. Even now.
True.
You
but if you say it with number wise, you're the cool kid. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the cool kid because you know. Like
that makes you cool. There was a different, definition of cool.
Listen,
in your school.
You're not. I was in marching band, man. What do you want from me?
Never mind. I mean, you're just dripping coolness.
Nah, I had to wear a beret, man. I don't know about that.
Hip hop beret, ho, hey, ho, hip hop beret.
Ain't no hip hop going on. Dude, I remember, this is funny. This is like a Patreon story. I remember one of my first years in the fucking drumline. We were at a competition because, what's it called? You know, marching bands compete and shit for who's the dorkiest, I guess.
Whose line is it anyway, right?
Yeah, and we being the drum line, I was over there with my drum line, and our original instructor by the name of Ben Brown. This man drums so fucking well, and he's played with so many fucking people. Mm-hmm. He recently was touring with you know who Max is? It's just like the name Max is the recording artist.
What kind of artist is he?
He's like hip hop, kind of more like pop, like singing, but like it's more like hip hoppy.
It's just Max.
Yeah, I think so.
Never heard of him.
Okay, well he drums for him.
I be dramming.
Previous tense. And I remember I was a little fresh youngin', you know, freshman in high school.
Holla,
and
fresh.
Fucking
fresh to death. What was you wearing?
Listen, man, this was before we got the berets, so we got the helmets that have the giant feather on it. You know that shit.
I mean, immediately you're not fresh. Go on.
No, not fresh at all. But we got that dead ass turkey feather on our heads. And we had this sash that went across our chest with these gold, like, you know, like that shit that women's dresses always have, like the sequins.
Yes.
Yeah, little plastic, like metallic.
Yeah.
It was like a golden sash of those across our chest and shit. So we were super dripped up, you know.
Super dripped up.
Yeah,
dripping
you know.
Something.
Bad.
Mighty Max, fantastic Max Power. There's the right way, the wrong way, and the Max Power way. Isn't that the wrong way? Yeah, but faster.
Shit,
That's Simpsons. I'm sorry.
Speaking of not understanding stuff and not understanding it, in this story, my drum teacher made us, as a drum line, go off to the side, right?
Uh-huh.
And we're like warming up and shit. And when we got to walk to the final competition, we're not allowed to hit our drums at all because other bands are performing. But he's like, you know what? We're gonna fucking like beatbox to the fucking what's it called? To the performance area, but really, really quiet. And he started laying down each track with us. He's like, okay, so you gotta do like, and then the next person's like, doo doo.
This better go somewhere.
Doo doo. Yeah.
Go ahead.
And we start busting out 12 people all together. Billie Jean. Making our way down the fucking street, right?
Making your way downtown. Was it like flawless? Was it good?
Oh, it was flawless to the person that had never heard it before. Can you guess who that was?
You?
I had never heard Billie Jean.
How old were you?
I was like a solid 15, 16.
I can't blame you. Like, I want to be like, how have you never heard that? But I don't know.
My family,
different upbringings. That's what I said.
We boil chicken in this household.
But Michael Jackson's like universal.
Jackson 5 was.
What? So you know Jackson 5 music, but not Michael Jackson music at 15?
Yeah.
No, it makes less sense to me.
I was aging slowly. I was like Benjamin Button, but with Michael Jackson and music taste.
You're like all caps Benjamin Button. Like you.
Oh yeah. This is the Benjamin and the Button at the same time. But that, yeah, man, I'm not cool. I don't know anything like that shit.
Quite frankly, said we can't see y'all's faces.
We know.
Yeah.
This is the pre-podcast. That's not actually going to be in the podcast, probably.
No, I thought this is the intro.
Oh, is it? Because I didn't do the intro music or anything, and we're not on the screen yet.
The pre-intro. This
is the printro.
I'm speaking as if this is going in. Like this is the intro.
Well, shit. I'm gonna play the intro. No, I'll wait to play the intro animation. Hey, we're here, guys. How you doing?
No, yeah, just keep it going, and then fucking just play the regular intro, and then we go into the show. This is the intro. It's 10:45. We're not doing a pre-intro intro.
Man, come on! I want to do the pre-intro. I don't even know how long we were just going. 7 minutes. That's just gonna be our logo on the damn screen. So,
hey. You gotta put up a static image of us with words on it, like "We'll be with you shortly" or some shit.
Yeah, I might do that. Technical difficulty, at least.
Skip the 7 minutes if you want to see us move.
I don't know why I had to do that, but that's the music that we're putting in the background for that section.
Oh, good. So wait. Okay.
All right. Okay.
You knew Jackson 5 in high school, but never.
Yes.
But no Michael Jackson. Like no Michael Jackson.
I at that age, like even in middle school, I think middle school was when I was just starting to like mentally be able to remember names of artists and shit. Mm-hmm. But like the only thing that I fucking listened to was what was on the radio, and that's it. Because I didn't have the control.
Didn't come across Michael Jackson?
Well, like the stations we're listening to, they're not saying every single time who the artist is, you know, and I'm not retaining if they are saying it because I'm not. There's no reason for me to, you know what I mean? Like at that time, like I didn't have an MP3 player yet or no shit like that, so I might be timelining this wrong a little bit, but it's whatever.
All right.
Thriller, I knew. I remember that because I played the music video for Ryan when he was a kid. I'm pretty sure he was in middle school, or maybe he was in elementary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember, but the scene happens where Michael's just like, huh, you know, and he's like, the way he is, and he had like nightmares for like weeks.
And then the end where his eyes glow and the laugh.
Oh. There's that weird voice. It's like, I'm kind of sexy. The vampires of night. I don't know what the fuck it says.
What to say?
The music video. Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, Michael Jackson might have been true. What year were you 15?
You're asking me to math right now.
How old are you?
That's a great question too.
Fam, give me something. No, you're late 20s. How old?
Oh man. No, I'm 27. I'm pretty sure it was
so
2010.
12 years ago. You were 15.
Yeah, 2009, 2010-ish. I think is the correct map.
He might have been gone.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you for reminding me I'm 27, CLD. I appreciate you. God damn it. Oh, man. It's one of those days.
Is 09 where he passed? Or is 09 the year we're thinking about?
It's probably the year we're thinking about.
Summer
of 09. Oh, shit. Look at that. It kind of lines up a little bit.
Fuck that. Fuck all of that. That's no excuse. Michael Jackson music played everywhere all the time.
Listen, man, I was busy listening to country.
In 09, but his music was still like played on certain stations, not on country stations, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have the choice to like listen to music that I wanted to. That's the shitty part. And then anytime I did get to listen to, like, I already told the story of the Green Day album on the Patreon podcast, where I was like sitting there while my dad read the booklet of the lyrics and ODD. Yeah, you know me. Go listen to the Patreon podcast.
Go listen to that.
Yeah, because goddamn, I came out of Transformers 2 and found out he died, and Arkham Asylum had just came out. Jesus Christ.
Man, that is some right here, right now. Shit.
Right here, right now. Music episode, I guess.
I know, right?
But yeah, man, it's been another week. We decided to do these live now.
Yeah.
Mainly because we can clip it really easily on Twitch the next day or so, and then get that over onto our TikToks and shorts and reels, just so it's more of us on the screen as opposed to us playing a game, which isn't really all that we do. So yeah, we're doing that. We do have some people in chat. I don't have the stream avatars up just because I figured this will be going on, YouTube and shit. So in theory, we'll probably put them up at some point, but I feel like that's cool to have up for like the game streams, and then maybe the the lives where we have you guys on as well. So there's that. We'll still be doing that where we have you guys on. I don't think that'll be tonight though, especially because of how late it is. If you weren't here live, it is currently 10:50.
Yep. And this has to come out tomorrow.
So technically it'll be up for the VODs, so there's that. But like the polished video version probably won't be out until like maybe 7 or 8 tomorrow morning. So there's that. But
actually this is a good thing. On the off chance like we did it so late at night, we're just like, oh fuck, man.
Yeah,
they gotta watch it on Twitch tomorrow until we put the official.
Good last resort, Just fucking like get with the program. It's fine. You know where to go. You can go listen somewhere. Yeah, we have a pretty, I don't think say short show, but we don't have much news today. So we'll be able to get through that pretty quickly. I don't believe we have any questions in the pod questions that are like super in depth. I know there's a couple of them that we had to catch up on. But Ant, I think it's time to start the show.
It's definitely time
to start
the show. Level up, gamers, and welcome to another episode of Save Before Quitting. I'm Ant, and this person right here is. Are you? Oh, we're hug.
I was shaking your hand.
Oh, well now we look stupid.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Chris. I'm here.
Chris is here. As always, Save Before Quitting at gmail.com. If you would like to send us email, savebeforequitting, all the way spelled out.com. If you would like to buy merch and see what we've been up to, see our latest healings. As always, save letter B number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Thank
you. Oh, your titties up. So your titties in the air, wave side to side, and it's late.
And it's late.
It's late.
Seamless.
Join our Discord. Please. It
Yes.
is in the description below this episode. If you're here right now live, it is in the chat.
Yeah, exclamation point Discord.
Yeah. Join our Patreon. We've been feeding the Patreon lately, so it is very important that you head over there if you would like to support us. If not, it's still all good. Just hop up in the Discord for nothing, for free, and hang out with us. It means just as much. And yeah, Chris, on to our opening segment as always.
Clicking in 3, 2, we're doing it live.
What did you play this week?
And we're back. I've been playing a lot of a game called Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogging them warts?
Yes, hogging them warts. I did goof and accidentally buy 2 CD keys for Steam. So if someone wants a key for the game, it's $59.99 to my Venmo. Please and thank you, because I don't want to email them and be like, "Hey, I'm stupid." That being said,
back and we're like, we know,
we have your money. Go fuck yourself. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I've been exclusively playing on my PC. It has been impossible to play on my Steam Deck, if I have to be honest. I remember the night that I tried to play it on my Steam Deck, maybe like beginning of or end of last week. No, Friday is when I got it. So beginning of this week. Goddamn, it's already the end of the week. It looks like a PS2 game, but like a bad one on my Steam Deck. I'm sure that it is just an issue that needs to be fixed with a patch of some sorts. Until that, though, I am running it on my PC on the lowest settings, and it's still fucking gorgeous. It's funny because I'll get like some lag and I'll lose some frames every once in a while when I first start up the game. But I've learned that what you need to do is on the PC is you launch the game, you let it load all the shaders, and then you load into your character from the main menu, and you just leave it alone for 15 to 20 minutes for some reason. Almost like you're preheating an oven. I don't know. Like you're just preheating Hogwarts. And out of nowhere, you come back and it's running crystal clear. Perfect. Almost like the computer just needs like, it's like when you step on a treadmill and it's like going like really fucking fast. You gotta like catch up to it. That's what your computer's doing.
That same method doesn't work for your Steam Deck, I'm assuming.
Not in the least bit. No. It was actually hilarious because I launched it on my Steam Deck to stream it on my PC. So on my PC, it's running the game and I'm streaming to my Steam Deck. I'm like, this should be good. I have great internet. And it looked like it went through a fucking toaster oven. But then I'm like in my bed and I'm just like laying there playing like this fucking sucks, like whatever. And I look over at my screen over here and it looks like it's running on high, like for resolution settings. And I'm like, so do I just gotta sit here with my Steam Deck like under my desk and just play it here? Like I'll do it. Yeah. But I don't know. But yeah, it's been fun so far. The gameplay is extremely simple, but also complex enough where I'm not like mad about it. It reminds me a lot, if I had to make the comparison, to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, where it almost feels like a Dark Souls light game with the combat, where you're constantly rolling or dodging or parrying magic and using different magic from distance and then up close as well. So it feels very much the same as those. So far in the story, I'm not really like following it too much or give a shit, if I'm being honest. Like it's all right. Like the opening cinematic is phenomenal. And it actually caught me by surprise when we were playing it live on stream. And after that, I was just like, I'm just enjoying the time that I'm having. Like going to pick up my wand, that was like a whole thing. Getting sorted immediately into Ravenclaw. I'm like, yeah, blue boys, you know, because that's who I am. So that's been fun. CLD in the chat said I compared it to a Kitty Elden Ring. So yeah, exactly, like a From Software game, but Kitty. So Jedi Fallen Order is probably the best comparison because it's a Kitty version of that. Because Jedi Fallen Order is still hard, even on the lowest difficulty for a lot of people. This feels like even lower than that.
Youngin ring.
Youngin ring.
Youngin ring.
That hurt to say. I don't know why, but it didn't come out right. Do you want a junior onion ring with that?
Junior onion ring. Yeah, that's what it is. That's the game category.
Yeah. Funyuns. They're the best. I'm so hungry right now. No, I did not.
We're reversed. I ate for once.
That's how it happens, man. We got to get off each other's cycles like this. Or just flip flop it, you know?
It's my time. Our time of the month.
God damn it. But yeah, Hogwarts is fine so far. I'm definitely seeing where some of the issues may lay from obviously the campaign. Like, it's not that I don't care about it, but I can see where they're going and why this seems like it's a bad thing. It's pretty much they're not goblins. What are they called? Are they goblins? Celia, are they called goblins? The dudes that work at Gringotts. You know what they're called, right? You watch Harry Potter's. Fuck.
I think I saw 2 or 3 Harry Potter movies.
I feel like they're goblins. Yeah, they're goblins. Okay. We're just going to say they're goblins. I don't know if that's the correct whatever. Anything. But in the movies, they are pretty much a stereotype / cast type as like a metaphor for Jewish people. Because they work at a bank and all that jazz. And it's very, very bad. But that's just the way it is. Yeah. In this game, this is slight spoilers if you care. The plot that was leaked was that it's about a goblin uprising to like pretty much not be treated the way that they are being treated as second-class citizens and sometimes even slaves. Goblins and a rebellion.
Goblins are people
that. Too. And people are comparing it to, like you're pretty much quelling the rebellion of a good thing to happen, which is not great to say the least. Especially with what they're directly referencing with it. But I feel like they're writing it in a way like so far the story as like surface level definitely sounds problematic. But then it gets to the point where the way that the leader of the rebellion is going about the rebellion isn't like morally acceptable in my mind, if that makes sense. Like a rebellion makes sense to do because of the situation you're in,
right? But
the thing that you're doing morally to your own people inside this rebellion to help them is not okay, if that makes sense.
I got
so,
it. Yeah.
It's like a double-edged sword where it's like, in theory, we do want to quell this rebellion because he's doing it the wrong way. But in the back of my head, I'm like, but he ain't wrong, though. Like, so in my mind, I'm like, well, what if I want to pick his side? Like, maybe that's a thing. I don't know. So far, it's been okay. I've been liking it a lot, though. It's a pretty good time.
It looked pretty impressive when I was watching you play it.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be playing it live on stream anytime soon again, just because it does murder my computer. I think my memory is like maxed out at like 98% every single time I launch it, and that's with nothing else open.
Damn.
So it's heavy. But yeah, other than that, I've been playing Overwatch. Overwatch 2 just released their Valentine's Day event. Which the game mode inside the game is just a 4v4. Everyone's the bow and arrow character. That's it.
Cupid.
They brought, the Cupid shit. Yeah. They brought back his old move that he had back in Overwatch 1, the scatter arrow, which is the best thing in the game. But it's only for this game mode, not like the main Hanzo. Like if you pick him in, regular quick play, he's not gonna have the scatter arrow. That being said, they also released a separate website called loverwatch.gg.
GG.
It is a dating simulator game with both Genji and Mercy of Overwatch, and it is probably one of the most well-written spoofs of an idea that I've ever seen in my life. Even if you don't play Overwatch, you should go play this, because it's just a click-through adventure. You're trying to woo both of these two characters. There is a secret ending as well. And that gives you free items in game and shit, but it's just written really well in meta. Like, one of the first things that it says is, welcome to this non-canon dating simulator of Overwatch, and then
just hammer it home.
But then there's two options, like, yeah, let's get started, or like, no, I'm not ready for some reason. And then there's a third one that's like, what do you mean non-canon? And then it's like, well, this is just like a fun example of like what it would be if this was a thing, but none at all of this stuff is actually canon to the Overwatch lore, and it's like meta as fuck.
That's dope as hell.
Yeah.
Like, writing will save a game.
Oh yeah. It's also like really quick too. My favorite part is probably with Hanzo being in the game as Cupid. There's an option where he finally shows up and he's trying to help you get these two people to be your lovers, and you're like, wait a second, you're Hanzo Shimada. And he's like, no, I get that all the time. I'm not actually him, though. But I will not confirm nor deny whether or not there's a skin for sale in the Overwatch shop that you can get that looks exactly like me.
They're breaking down every wall.
Oh, yeah. Breaking it down, Chris Jericho style. And I loved it. It was so much fun to play. It was goofy. And then you got a free item out of it in the end in game. So it's a win from me in my books. So yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Nice.
What about you? What you been playing?
What did I play? I messed around on the Switch real quick with some of that Game Boy shit. Like, I didn't go and I didn't sign up for the Nintendo, what is that shit called?
Nintendo Scam You Plus.
Whatever their thing is. I didn't sign up for it, so I didn't go to the Game Boy Advance shit, but
yeah,
I played some of the regular Game Boy stuff, and it's very well emulated on there, I can say.
Right.
Trip down memory lane, was playing some like Mario Land 2, and that used to be my favorite Game Boy game when I was a kid. So dabbled in that real quick. Of course, I had to play a game of like Tetris, just seeing how it all ran on there.
Yeah, you on that Tetris kick after today, huh?
We'll get to that.
Yes, we will.
Other than that, I got this game, this indie game demo on my Steam Deck. It's called Gravity Circuit. It's literally like, what game can I compare? It's like if Shovel Knight had Mega Man X qualities, which is already kind of weird because Shovel Knight's already kind of close to Mega Man.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say, how so?
But there's like, as far as like changing your armor out and having different like abilities and everything like that, finding secrets within the walls and having upgrades, it's really, really, really dope. Like, dope enough for me to be like, all right, I'll buy the full thing when it comes out.
All right.
I found out about it on Twitter. I just saw somebody tweeting this game. I'm like, well, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And I immediately went to like Steam to see if it was on there, and it was a demo. So
hell yeah,
got that. It's really fun. I think that's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we technically played a game together that won't see the light of day, sadly.
Oh yeah.
On Monday, we do. Honestly, it might be a good thing though, because in theory, you're the one who hasn't experienced the game, and I can just experience it through you experiencing it the first time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But we tried to record some gameplay of Portal 2. The first person single player campaign.
I mean, to be fair, we did record it.
We recorded it, but we had some audio issues, so the whole entire recording is practically unusable.
Yeah.
It was definitely funny though, which is sad. Like, there's a part of me that wants to still scrub through it and see if I can find anything. But like, the only thing that I think that would be funny to grab from it, or like probably clips with like Brendan commentating, you know, because he was down there with us for a little bit at the end there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I don't know. Maybe we'll just save that for ourselves, and we'll just have that as like
it's a memory
thing to look back on. But we'll definitely have to re-record that. We're also going to play the co-op Portal 2 campaign as well at some point. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And then Resident Evil 8, we need to record again, because I actually used all the footage already, and I didn't realize that.
Oh, I thought you had more left.
I did too. And then I went to edit a video today and it was like, oh no, fuck you. You already put it all out. And I'm like, oh, good job, past me.
Don't talk to me like
but
that.
Also, bad job, more recent past me for saying we didn't need to play this.
Right.
But here we are.
We'll get it done.
Yeah. So yeah.
I think that's all I played.
Hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
This is going to be such a nice, concise episode.
I know, right?
We just
we're on a good roll right now. We're on a good pace.
Hell yeah. So now it is time for the news. And with that being said, we have a nice little bumper now to get us to the news set. So there it goes.
Here we go.
And we're in the news section now.
Welcome to the news.
Alrighty.
Important stuff.
I actually don't have the news up. I'm professional. God damn.
There's very little news, but we got it.
Yeah, it's very, very limited today. So I believe that we start at the Disney announcements for sequels and also more layoffs. Which is so fucking weird that it's not just the gaming industry that's doing this, but it's just every industry.
The tech industry as a whole.
Yeah. So announced at Disney today, Toy Story 5 is in the works, along with Frozen 3 and Zootopia 2. 7,000 workers are to be laid off from the company, including 2.5 million Disney Plus subscribers that were lost.
So just like it's the juxtaposition is hilarious to me because you announced 3 more movies, but you lost 7,000 people and 2.5 million subscribers.
Yeah. I don't know what the deal is with the Disney Plus subscribers getting lost.
Me neither.
Especially with like the amount of shows that have been coming out recently. It's one of those things where like I don't see a reason to not have it, especially because I don't think it's one of the cheapest options for streaming, but like it's definitely around a lower price, and also it's more value for if like you have kids around the house and shit too. So,
but it's like to lose 2.5 million subscribers makes me wonder how many subscribers they have.
Oh, that's probably nothing to them.
I guess
that's like 2% of like the amount of people that they probably got subscribed to that bullshit.
It would have to be for them to be like, well, anyway, business as usual.
That being said, CLD in the chat does bring up a good point that I am kind of in agreement with. The only sequel that he's excited for is Zootopia 2. I am kind of in the same boat.
No, me too. There was no need for a Toy Story 5.
Yeah. Toy Story 4 was unnecessary. It was okay, but it was just not needed.
It wasn't needed. Like they have to reboot it at this point.
Yeah.
If this comes out and I see Woody and Buzz and like I'll be like, why? How? For what?
I think that they're already confirmed to be in it. Tim Allen fucking tweeted a zoomed up 240p picture of Buzz Lightyear, said, "I'm on my way, Woody," or some shit in the caption.
What?
He's old.
Well, yeah.
It was just the 240p picture. He's a stupid idiot. It's fine.
Yeah, like what could it possibly be about? If it's all the same, what could it possibly be about?
In theory, at the end of Toy Story 4, spoilers if you haven't seen it, Woody is gone now.
Yes.
So is Bo Peep.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened to Key and Peele?
Quite frankly, said Woody and Buzz go to the strip club to find him.
Yeah, they meet up and they're trying to get the band back together.
They find other toys. There's just a dildo and shit in there. There's just
what the
wrong
fuck?
Toys.
Oh no! This is the best scene ever. You have
cyberpunk toys in there. And they talk.
You have Buzz and Woody walk into a Spencer's gift to the very back, and then they see a fucking dildo in the box, and then Woody's like, "Oh my god!" And then it starts talking to him. He's like, "Hi, what's your name?" He's like, "Oh, my name's Woody." And he's like, "That's crazy. So's mine."
find a vibrator. Like, what's your name? My name's Buzz. Like, my name's Buzz.
Me too.
Disney, pay us. We wrote you a rated R Toy Story.
Hell yeah. Me too. That's crazy.
Woody and Buzz. This is the fucking trailer. Woody and Buzz meet Woody and Buzz.
That's the Disney Plus series. Woody and Buzz squared. So bad.
Oh man, that just wrote itself.
Yeah. Toy Story 5. Andy has an OnlyFans. Andy's the top 0.01% of creators on OnlyFans.
What the fuck is Andy doing on there? Andy went off the rails in his life.
God. But Frozen 3, I don't care. I've never liked the Frozen series.
Yeah, I have no interest in Frozen.
And it has nothing to do with like the targeted audience. Like coming at it from an objective, like I've seen it.
Me too.
Because I'm an animator. I had to watch these things.
That was it.
The story is so goddamn cliche. And it like every single thing that happens, you can like see a mile away happening as it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I never understood why it took off as much as it did. Besides fucking Olaf, and fuck Olaf. I hate Olaf. I'm gonna stance right here. Josh Gad, you've ruined Disney for me.
You don't like Josh Gad?
I love Josh Gad, but now whenever I fucking hear him, all I hear is a goddamn snowman, and I hate it.
God damn.
I don't think we can say that on Twitch, Frankie, so I'm gonna just ignore that and move on.
I mean,
I don't think we can say that on Twitch.
I'm not gonna say it, but I feel like you could.
Listen, man. I don't know that. I don't know.
But how did it get there, though? How did you go? Where'd the story go?
Just gonna move past that. We're just gonna take a.
Questions need to be answered.
We're gonna take a left at Albuquerque there. But Zootopia 2, I'm excited for that because Zootopia 1 is phenomenal.
Andy can have an OnlyFans, but Elsa can't have that.
Yeah,
happen.
no.
I said have that happen. I didn't say what.
Nope, can't. If you want to see what that is, go watch the Twitch replay before it's gone. Oh shit,
Dude,
man.
Got dirty.
God, fuck. That being said, Zootopia's cool, guys. Right?
It is.
Yeah,
Zootopia's dope. I like Zootopia.
I love Zootopia, man. We're gonna move on now.
Mm-hmm.
Next story.
Sony's developing
down.
Yeah, I did. I've been powering down. Sony is developing a live-action Spider-Man noir series for Amazon.
Hell yeah! Who do you want it to play? Him.
I don't know, because every time I think of him, I just think of Nicolas Cage from fucking Spider-Verse.
I like the voice of that, but
as far as who's gonna play it, I don't. Do you think it's animated or do you think it's?
No, it says live action.
I'm stupid. It does say that right there.
You read it.
I did. Wow.
I just listen really well. That's all it is, and it's all good. I'm a good listener.
I'm not a good retainer, clearly.
I stopped wearing my retainer at like 16.
Stopped wearing my retainer as soon as my braces came off. I was like, well, done with shit in my mouth.
Fuck that. Done with shit in my mouth. Podcast title?
We can't put shit in the podcast title.
I'm so tired. I would like to see, and this is going to be a very interesting choice, I think. The dude, I don't know what his fucking name is. I think it's like Killian something.
What's he from? What's he on?
Peaky Blinders.
Never seen
Fucking, he was Scarecrow in the first Batman movie with Christian Bale.
Okay, I know who you're talking about now.
I think that he could fit this role well of being like kind of creepy, almost noir detective, gunslinging in the streets, you know? I think that'd be cool. Cillian Murphy, that's who it is, yeah. I think he'd be cool as it. Nicolas Cage would be fun, but it would just be I think it'd be short-lived, you know?
I don't think Nicolas Cage would work for live action.
Have you seen the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
No, I did not.
The man's still got it.
will he fit the image of Spider? Like he's gonna do all the Spider-Man shit.
I mean, we have computers for that now. So you see, we're Mario and Luigi right now inside of a news set in a digital universe.
Now,
I think they can do that.
I'm not asking if he can swing through the city. Of course they have computers for that. I'm just talking about the regular live action parts that an actor can do.
I don't see why not. Yeah. It's like an older version of Spider-Man Noir. It's like the, what's it called version? The Dark Knight Returns Batman, where he's like the old grizzled man.
Yeah.
But it's Nicolas Cage. I would buy that immediately. But let's just be honest here. They're going to fucking cast like Jared Leto or some bullshit.
It's just going to be Pedro Pascal again.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. He's a gunslinger. Dude, it could work.
Well,
Pedro Pascal.
He just does it all now.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
And if all that doesn't work, you just get you get fucking Mario.
No. If those motherfuckers at motherfucking Sony pulled goddamn Chris Pratt out of Guardians of the Galaxy because he's probably done after this next movie, and then they put him in this shit and he doesn't go away from the Marvel universe, technically the MCU.
Is this MCU?
It's like technically.
It's Sony.
Like, yeah, but like the Sonyverse is connected to the MCU because of fucking Venom now. Like, it's
but
technically,
there's still like a clear division in quality.
I don't want there to be a chance. No, there's no way in hell there could be a sliver of a chance that Chris Pratt can get back into the MCU after he's gone. Fuck him. Get him out of here.
We don't know that he's gonna be gone.
He's gone. Send him to the fucking Mushroom Kingdom and get him out of here. I'm done with him.
One thing I'll say, if Sony is going to do anything, they are going to whore out Spider-Man. They are getting every cent from the Spider-Man. Because then, as I read this, but when I sent it, I was like, and it's going to be on Amazon. They're just sending Spider-Man everywhere.
100%. Like, honestly,
MCU is probably like, stop hurting our boy.
Yeah, they're making a fucking Kraven movie where Kraven's not a hunter.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know he wasn't going to be. What is it? Then?
He's like a nature conservatism person. I don't know the word. Conservationalist. Got there eventually.
Word. Conversationalist. He can talk.
Yeah, he can talk really well. He just fuck got me. But no,
we
yeah.
already got a title, but I really want to name it Nature Conversationalist.
I want to too now. Fuck. God damn it. Oh man. But I don't know, man. It's a time. I just don't want Chris Pratt to be a thing anymore. Also, Frankie just said in chat, Lady Gaga is Harley Quinn and Joker too. Yes, that is a thing. That was announced a while ago though.
And
they put a picture up. Yeah, it's a musical. I'm excited for that aspect of it because the Joker franchise to me is hilarious. Like, not in like a ha 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 funny way, but it's just like, this shouldn't work because there's no Batman. Like, it's the same thing with Venom and how that did not work because there is no Venom without Spider-Man. There is no motherfucking Joker without Batman.
I get they're trying to like milk the whole superhero movie, even if it's not with the superheroes in them for all it's worth at this point. But there needs to be like some kind of dignity in creating these movies. There's already people who there's already people who like shit on them like these aren't real movies. And like with shit like this and like the joke, like I didn't mind Joker.
I liked it as like an art movie, but not as a Joker movie, if that makes sense. Like it felt like an A24 movie.
Yeah. That
like the writer was like, I read a fucking comic book yesterday before I put this pen to paper, eh? Like I don't know why they're from like that region, but here we are.
I if it comes down to like even like you said with Venom and then Morbius and then this Craven movie that's coming out and then this,
and there's also the Madam Web movie.
Madam Web, yeah.
Like none of these characters make sense to be by themselves. It's stupid.
It's like, come on, man. Like, I get y'all trying to milk it for all it's worth, especially Sony, because they clearly don't have the pool for Spider-Man like the MCU has a pool for Spider-Man. Yeah. But come on, man. Like, don't let that character go out like that. Or these characters go out like that when I don't know.
The way I look at it is that we're just in a sea of drowning in too much content.
Well, for sure.
So even if this does come out and it sucks, it's whatever. There's a million other things that are out there. It's the same way I look at DC with their shit. I'm only watching the animated movies pretty much until James Gunn gets his grubby mitts on it. So there's that.
Besides the obvious crazy bullshit that the actor did, the Flash actually looks all right.
It looks all right. I just don't care about the movie now because
it's
nothing that happens
after that.
Yeah, like nothing that happens in this movie is gonna matter because it's not tying into the James Gunn universe at all. Like it was supposed to be a refresh for the Zack Snyder universe, and now that's canned. So it's like we're doing a story about refreshing a universe, which is probably one of the most famous Flash stories of all time, and we're just doing it for no reason now. As opposed to like now James Gunn, if he tries to go do that shit, it's gonna be like, well, they already did it with Ezra. Like, the fuck.
It does raise a lot of questions because with as good as it looked, like surprisingly good, like not that I thought it was gonna be shit, it was just like, wow, this looks pretty good. But if none of it matters, like what happens after that now?
Yeah. Only good thing we got was the Snyder Cut Justice League. I disagree. I think Man of Steel is the best Superman movie ever made. And I stand on that hill. Because it actually gives you Superman as a real human being, as opposed to just being, I'm a newspaper man. Glasses.
By the time Snyder Cut came out, I didn't care anymore.
Yeah. The Snyder Cut's fine.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
It's not good.
I just was like, all right, I watched it. I didn't even, like, I think I watched it in pieces.
You have to.
Yeah, and then when it was over, I was just like,
okay.
Now
nothing comes from this. Like, that's the shitty part. It's like, cool, that was neat. Sucks that nothing that matters in this version is going to make any difference. And then that was before we even knew the James Gunn shit, so
I just think
double disappointment.
I just think, I mean, James Gunn is going to do his thing. But leading up to this point, it's just been very sloppy over there. Like, starts and stops and restarts and retcons. Like, no one knows the direction it's going, so they had to just blow the whole thing up.
I feel you. I don't get it, man. I do not get it. Man of Steel's only lower because I felt very saturated with Superman origin shit. But that's the juicy shit. I love the origin stuff when they do it right, if that makes sense. Like, they can do that origin right, I'm fine with it. And then Wonder Woman 1 was fine.
Wonder Woman 1 was good. I liked Wonder Woman 1.
It was the best DC movie. Didn't watch it. Don't plan on it.
Garbage. Oh,
I remember that came out like right around the time COVID stuff was like clearing up a little bit. Only a little bit. It wasn't like fully gone. Not gone, but you know. And I remember I would go to Target every day when I worked at my old job that sucked ass. Hope you guys are still listening, fuckers. You know who you are, piece of shit. They're still there. But I lost my point. I used to go to Target for like 2+ hours at a time. Like I would just leave and I would just be like, let me walk around. And every time that I would go, it would just be Wonder Woman 84 shit everywhere. And the movie wasn't even out yet. And then the movie came out. Wonder Woman 84 stuff everywhere.
Yo.
I go to Target today. Wonder Woman 84 stuff everywhere in the clearance section. Still.
It was so bad. even like there was no, the ending wasn't even satisfying in the least. When it was over, like when the big fight, the big bad at the end lost, I was like, that was it. It was so underwhelming, that movie.
I don't know, man. But that being said, obviously DC put out that trailer and it was good, so yeah, I guess that's part of it too. Next up, you posted this in the chat, and I was very shocked to see this.
Did anyone in the chat see this God of War supposed announcement? Because I didn't see shit.
Oh, I just completely passed on that because we got nothing during the Super Bowl about it.
All right, cool. I thought that's what you were referring to. All right.
Oh, no, I was talking about the next one, which is even more shocking.
Oh, yeah. Please address this.
Yeah. So apparently there's going to be a full-on update-sized update coming to Team Fortress 2 this year with items, maps, taunts, unusual effects, war paints, and who knows what else, end quote. Valve is asking for the Steam Workshop items by May 1st, because you can submit your own items and shit if you'd like to. But yeah, Team Fortress 2, one of my favorite Steam games, to be honest with you, if I'm just by going off the times that I've played on stuff, is getting a full-on update, which is making me think it's trying to maybe compete with another free-to-play game that's out right now that is also has a 2 at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Mm-hmm. And quote, Frankie, I am quoting it where it says full-on update size update. It
says that in the article. It says
that's a direct quote. That's not me being bad at words, which I am. But this time it's not me. That's the insane part about this post. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that entirely just because I loved playing those games back in the day. That was like pretty much not my intro to first-person shooters, but my intro to first-person shooters on PC. Right. And it was like the best.
That's what made me mention you in it. I was like, he has to see this.
Oh yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I will download this game anytime to come back to it. I'm curious to see if the big update is update sized, as they say, to the point of like redoing the whole game almost. Just because there's a lot of lobbies that you can join that are like hacked lobbies nowadays. And I'm curious if they try to like get rid of that or like make it a little bit more complete and solid so it can't be hacked as easily as it is nowadays since it's such an old game. But yeah, that is that. And then this last thing, Ant, walk me through what the fuck I'm looking at here.
Oh, the Tetris movie?
Yes.
That's coming to Apple TV.
Rated R.
It's rated R?
It's rated R.
I didn't even really know. I was stuck on the fact that a Tetris movie is like a drama action movie.
They got the motherfucker from goddamn Kingsman to be in this shit.
Yeah. I'm watching the trailer. I'm just like, this is not what I thought the Tetris movie would be. Not that this looks like it's a bad movie. I just thought, video game movie, so it's going to be kind of, colorful and geared towards kids and gamers. But this movie is literally about the story of Tetris and it coming out of Russia, and then the launch of the Game Boy, and he's all trying to convince them like, oh, you got to get Tetris on this thing. Then he goes to Russia to get it, and then drama ensues to the point where there's like a card shit, like it's all this wild shit, and then it just ends with Tetris. I'm like, what?
I mean, if the story is good, the story is good, but needless to say, this is not going to be a day one watch for me, I don't think.
No, I'm not. It's not like it was just the sheer like tone of this movie.
This is extremely long trailer too. I'm just realizing, like, for what it is, this is 2 minutes long just for Tetris. Wow. What other games do you want drama to be made out of? What do you think would be a good game to dramify the story of it?
Well, is it a dramatic game, or can it be like?
I think it has to be around the situation around it, because I have one that'd be pretty funny to do.
Because you can make a drama out of like. No, you can't. You can. It would be funny though. I was about to say Metal Gear, because it's already trying to be dramatic, but has little like goofy shit in there already.
That could work.
Um,
I was thinking a Cyberpunk 2077 movie in which it's just CD Projekt Red, and it's like all the we're sorries and like the story behind all the we're sorries. And
that
like
shit needs to be a documentary.
Yeah, it's like a docu. It's kind of like this then, like where it's kind of a documentary, but it's not really. Like it's dramatization.
Oh, okay. So we're going that route.
Brain.
So it's not necessarily about
the
game. It's about the story.
Yeah, it's about the story around it. Yeah, I would say a CD Projekt Red one would be fun.
Okay.
Especially when we get more information behind the scenes and shit.
If we're going that route, then you got to do Grand Theft Auto and all the drama and the protests and people not wanting your kids to play that game. You got to either go that route with that game, or you got to go that route with like Mortal Kombat when it originally came out. And
I like that though. That's good. You could even do like time jumps and shit for all the different games.
Yeah. If you're gonna go this route specifically, those would be good ones to do.
I agree with that heavily, and I think that's a great idea. They should do that instead of Tetris. All right. That being said, let's switch on back to the regular full cam because we are in the question section of the podcast. We're only an hour in, 3 minutes short of an hour, so we're pretty much wrapping this up really quickly.
We're doing good.
Next is the question section. If you'd like to leave a question or a comment for us, !Discord in the chat if you're here live, or down in the description if you're watching the video after the fact, where you can join up and talk to us every single day about gaming news, talk about the culture, talk about your pickups that are nerdy, and even get a secret chat for Patreon people. So make sure you check that all out. First question is from Uniguff. Said, who's your OTP of OTPs in video games? And I had to Google this.
I was about to say, what is the OTP?
One Trick Pony.
Who is your one trick pony of one trick ponies in video games?
So I guess like in theory, like fighting games, like the person that you like pick and just do like the same move over and over again, just to know that you'll win. Mine is specifically Ganondorf in Smash Ultimate, because when I'm losing enough, I can just pick him and just kick the shit out of everyone. And I'm always losing enough in Smash Brothers, so Ganon comes out a lot, just so I can feel okay about myself.
That 1 in 10 times where you connect, I want to physically fight you in the room.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the whole time you're like 3-stocking me every other game. You're like, you hit me one time with a Ganon kick. I'm over here weeping.
That's not. I didn't know that's what OTP meant. So I don't know, because does this only work with fighting games then? Like, how else could this question work? In what other genre of game?
I guess like fighting games, but there's also like things like Pokemon, where it's like you get like, you know, a legendary or some shit that's just like, you know, does the best move because it's the best Pokemon in the game, and then you just wipe people out easily.
Frankie, that's a good one. Martial Law in Tekken. Also, Eddie Gordo in Tekken is one trick pony.
I'm a King guy. You couldn't tell.
Yeah.
King's my guy in Tekken.
King's dope.
Turn-based RPGs as well.
True.
I play so many of those, you know.
I don't know. The go-to answer for fighting games is like Ryu. Because that's like, he's the original OTP.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Cable in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You could just stand across the room and just shoot his big ass pistol, and it reaches all the way across the screen, so you can just keep spamming that. What other games can we think about?
I like playing Donatello in the original what's it called game, because you have the reach.
Yeah.
Just because you can just keep spinning the fucking pole on your hand like this.
Yeah.
Just keep everyone away from you. It's phenomenal. Donatello's best turtle, that's why.
Donnie works in most turtle games because of that reach.
Yeah. It sucks too, because like it's the most fun I think in the Turtles games to play as Raphael, just because he's like big and bulky, and you can just get in there.
And they always make him like the fastest one. Well, in the old ones, they made him the fastest one, and the newer ones, they made Mikey the fastest one.
Yeah, but, Mikey's just like, I'm gonna get in, get out, and run away, and like do okay damage.
But I think that's more fun though, because you can do so many, like, you can get in, get out, stack so many combos, run it. He's fun to use whether you're doing a whole lot of damage or not.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah, Cable, Ryu, in not the later ones, but let's say Mega Man X3. Is it 3? Yeah, 3. 0, because you could shoot the same Mega Man blaster and have the
sword.
The sword, and he had more health, and he was just like almost like a cheat code.
Just a better character.
But then they evened him out once X4 came out, and he wasn't. He was fine, but he wasn't as fun as in 3.
Gotcha. Yeah. I would say that's probably the best that we could do. In a 2-on-2 battle, who is winning? Sonic and Shadow versus Mario and Luigi. This is from CLD in the Discord. My answer is Yoshi, because they all die and the Yoshi gets to survive.
I think it has to be Sonic and Shadow, right? They can't.
Doesn't Shadow use guns? Isn't that like a thing?
Yes, his guns. They have like he has he can just use chaos control and teleport everywhere.
I don't even think you need to get to chaos control. Like he's got the gat, dude. Like these are plumbers, man. Like what are you gonna do with 2 plumbers and you have a gun? Like Sonic's just gonna stand there and be like, oh, why am I here?
We don't talk about that game, but it happened.
It happened. It's canon.
He's on the cover with a pistol.
It's not like Loverwatch where it's non-canon and explicit about it. It's fucking there.
They need to break the fourth wall with that. I would love a game where Shadow's in it and they bring that up. Like, where are your guns? He's like, I don't talk about those.
I could see them doing that in the next Sonic movie because he was introduced at the end.
Yeah.
And then like have like a police officer like pull a gun on him or some shit. And then he just runs real fast, grabs the gun from him, looks at it, and he's like, nah. Just because he has it for that quick second. Just so that he actually has a gun in his hand.
I want him to hold the gun and then like something goes off and he goes into this deep introspective thing. He was like, these were the dark days. And he just puts the gun down.
Say?
Oh yeah, right?
That you only meant well.
That song just plays.
Well, of course you did.
That would be funny, but they would never do it because they don't want kids to see him holding a gun anymore.
It's fine. Kids play fucking Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto nowadays. It's to see a gun is not that big a deal anymore, which is sad to say, but it really is.
I agree with you.
We're not talking politics on this podcast. That's a dark road we just kind of almost went down.
I mean, Sonic and like, they can go super. Like what? Like
they can go super. What the fuck is this next question? Because I don't know.
How do y'all feel about the fog of war mechanic? Oh yeah. That's like the old school games where like if to hide loading and the fact that they couldn't have draw distance in games, they would have like fog. Think about like
you're doing like Ghost of Tsushima and shit when you're unlocking the map.
That or
right?
Is that? I thought it was like the old school games where they couldn't load a lot of shit, like kind of how Spider-Man on PS1 was, where you couldn't see the ground.
Oh, like actually like fogging stuff in game. I thought you were talking about just the map itself, like where it's like you're looking at the map top down and you're like, I don't know what's over there. Let me go over it, and then it like unlocks. You know?
See, now I'm confused. Maybe I'm wrong. Now I gotta look it up.
I could be wrong too. I mean, if it's used correctly, here's the thing. If it's used in the way that you're saying, where it's like it's using fog to either, you know, show depth or block off areas, shit like that, as long as it's done in a smart way, I think that's fine. You know, like I feel like Elden Ring, it makes a lot of sense for some of the areas where it's like you're on a mountain and there's just like fog and that's all there is off the edge. Just it's like there's nothing there, don't fucking go there. We don't need to render this endless fucking pit where you can see the ground or something. And it's also helping the game out because it doesn't have to do that.
Right. Okay.
But
Okay. Fog of War in video games. Fog of War in strategy video games refers to the enemy units are often terrain being hidden from the player. This is lifted once the area is explored, but the information is often fully or partially re-hidden whenever the player does not have a unit in that area. That's just for strategy games. I think what we're talking about is actually the whole Fog of War, like overall.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't mind it. I don't know if you would consider it for like the Dark Souls games, where like there's the door and it's just fog, and then like you walk through it, and then you're in the boss room. You know, Is that it? Then probably
it's a variation of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel if it does it well and it's built into the story and it makes sense and it's not just bullshit. Because even in the original Spider-Man PS1 game, it was a part of the story.
Yeah, like, but it's clever that they did that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like they did it the right way, as opposed to just like if you go down there, it just says, "Oh, you're dead," because that doesn't make sense. If you're Spider-Man, you're gonna land on your fucking feet.
Yeah.
Or, save yourself with webs or something, because that's what that is. But if you're like, oh, you can't go down there because there's this toxic chemical that's in the air, smart. You built it into the story, we're good. So I like the idea of it. I think as long as it's been used correctly, then it's good.
Yeah. I don't mind it. They used it in GTA 3 on PS2. When you're running down the street, there's like, they don't necessarily say that there's fog, but you see the pop in, it just looks like
it looks better.
Yeah.
It works well when you're trying to like not have pop in like that and be overly obvious. Meanwhile, you have like Sonic Frontiers on fucking Switch, and it's just popping everything in with no fog whatsoever. That game is just popcorn. Sonic Popcorn.
That's the name now. Sonic Popcorn.
Yeah, that's all we got over in the Discord for this week. Make sure you drop some stuff in there for next week. We'll answer the questions, or you can shoot us an email, savebeforequitting, fully spelled out, @gmail.com. We're pretty much done the show now. It's only 11:46. It's crazy.
Time.
Yeah, record time. It's great. But yeah, I don't know what else to say.
I know.
Like we did what the task, and now we're just here.
So, how's stuff?
It's good, I would say. It's making its
way.
You heard
it
here
good. First, ladies and gentlemen. Stuff is good.
Yeah, it's making its way to good. I wouldn't say it's like good, but like I'm on the hypotenuse.
I bet you are on the hypotenuse.
Yeah, I'm riding that hypotenuse up real quick. I'm on the what's the thing called? The ski lift. I'm on the ski lift of life.
Ski lift of life.
Yeah, ski lift of life.
Keep going.
That's all I got.
That's all you have?
That's all I got.
You were working towards something. Ski lift of life.
No, that was it. That's the show. That's the bumper right there for it. It just goes right into the show immediately.
You look so nice.
Title: Riding the Hypotenuse. I like how you wrote high instead of just the HY that you used to spell it. I'm not high right now. Listen.
No, the name has to be Preheating Hogwarts. That's the
Preheating
name.
Hogwarts is definitely the name, yeah. That was a good one from the start. But yeah, I guess we'll see you guys next week for another riveting episode of Save Before Quitting. Keep an eye out on the YouTube for some more content. We'll probably be streaming Portal 2 soon. I don't know when, but soon. The co-op and new Resident Evil coming soon as well. Keep an eye out for YouTube Shorts. Go send some of them. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend at Save the letter B number 4 Quitting over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Titty.
And you can reach out to us on our Discord, Discord in the live, or in the description if you're here post live. We can also go to our Patreon, patreon.com/save letter B number 4 Quitting, where you can get 2 extra episodes of the podcast per month, but it's not video game related. It's just us doing random bullshit.
Our talk.
Next time we're thinking about doing the Newlyweds game for the next one for this month.
Should be fun.
The first one this month just went out this week, I believe. It was just some like life update stuff, some good nice life updates and then some other bullshit. So go check that out. It's only $5. $2 is a cup of coffee. You just don't get 2 cups of coffee in a month, and you got 2 extra podcasts. Look at that.
Boom.
Math.
We're us for your face.
That
That should be the Patreon.
more us for your face.
Patreon, more us for your face. Yeah.
Yeah. When you're done getting more us for your face, just make sure you guys always
save before
quitting. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye. Yeah, that definitely's got to be shorter, man. That's
You get a long exit, long theme music.
I'm just like sitting here, like, okay, any moment now, any second now. God damn it! Oh man,
Can't keep us down. I get knocked down, and I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. What's the name of that? Like, were they like Chumbawamba?
Yeah,
that was their name, right? Yeah.
You know what the name of the song is? But you can't guess it.
I don't remember.
1 second. I'm gonna get the lyrics to it, and we're gonna see if we're gonna do a lyrics rundown to see if you can guess what the name of the song is from that.
Okay.
Fun bit. All right, so you already did the knockdown and stuff, right? Okay, ready? Here comes the verse.
They gave it up in the chat.
Why would you do this? It was gonna be fun. All right, fine. We're going to go over the verse then for funsies because the chat had to be fucking rude. That's fine. So ready? Here we go. After You're Never Gonna Keep Me Down.
Right.
He drinks a whiskey drink. He drinks a vodka drink. He drinks a lager drink. He drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the better times. Sorry, I can't read. And then, oh, Danny boy, Danny boy, Danny boy. And then again, your part.
I get knocked down,
yeah,
and I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down, bitch. You like my little ad lib? That bitch ad lib,
bitch. And then you're never gonna guess what the second verse is.
I won't.
He drinks a whiskey drink. Oh. He drinks a vodka drink. He drinks a lager drink. He drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the better times. And then it's not Danny Boy this time. This is different.
Oh no.
Don't cry for me, next door neighbor.
Next door neighbor, stick their head out. I don't even fucking know you.
Sometimes I get really mad at my spawn point in life because of the decision that the Caucasians have made and that I have to deal with on a daily basis, man.
Did you say the spawn point in life?
Yeah, my spawn point. My spawn point sucks, man. Got boiled chicken and fucking tub thumping.
But
podcast title.
Nah, no.
Boiled chicken and tub thumping.
Tub thumping sounds like someone is in your bathroom fucking in your tub that you didn't authorize.
Apparently.
I hear some tub thumping in there.
When you live in a duplex, that's what we call it. Well, that's the podcast, guys.
We're gonna file these taxes in the tub, ho.
H&R Block in this tub.
I give you my TurboTax under the faucet.
I don't know any other tax services. I'm sorry. I can't keep the bit going. I only know those two.
TurboTax. Those are the two popular ones.
That's the end of the podcast right there.
In the tub, ho.
He drinks a whiskey drink, and we're done. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, man. All right, let me end the... What's it called? Zoom. Scaboo.